As the artist of your life, you are the one you are looking for. And what does that truly mean? That is a code that we will unpack in this video today, but I'm going to unpack it in a different way than just talking about this because my name is Julia. If you're new here, Julia Rzadkowska is how you pronounce my last name. It is Polish, and I create these videos. I'm an artist of life that is inviting you into the art of loving. And as the artist of my life, I am also a poet. I have written 2 poetry books, and in this video, I'm going to talk about my first book that I wrote called I Saw You in the Sunset to give it a little spotlight and a lot of love, but it also holds the keys to what I just said. To be the artist of your life, you are the one you are looking for. Or as the artist of your life, you are the one you are looking for. So, what does that really mean, and how does that tie into my book? Let me see how I want to start this. So, I think I'm going to start this by reading the back, the poem. Oh, let me mention that this is a poetry book, and I'm going to read the poem that's on the back cover. To be lost among the clouds, floating in thoughts, swimming in feelings, searching for healing as the sun begins to set. Behind clouds, darkness creeps, but light shines through, exploding in color, reflecting back. And what happens when one day you see yourself in the sunset? And so, the title of this book, which is I Saw You in the Sunset, it is a metaphor. And what does it truly mean? It truly does mean that you are the one you are looking for, but what do I mean by I saw you in the sunset, and how does that even go with the poem that's on the back, with seeing your, like, with what happens when one day you see yourself in the sunset? And so I really want to activate the code within you that you are the one you are looking for. And that means that everything you were searching for can actually be uncovered within yourself. And this book, I Saw You in the Sunset, oops, something just fell out of it, my bookmark. And this book, I Saw You in the Sunset, is really that journey of uncovering and remembering the divine love that is within you, because it is my journey through poetry of uncovering and re-remembering. If that's a word, it's a word. If not, I'm making it a word, of re-remembering um the love within me, because I had to become separated from that love. And the book is also dedicated to anyone who forgot that they are loved, because that was me. I had forgotten that I was loved, and I was searching for everything so externally. I was placing my worth so externally. I was stuck in negative thoughts that were criticizing and just not serving me. I was stuck in feelings of fear and feelings of grief and feelings of sadness, not knowing how to alchemize them into love, and thinking that those feelings defined me instead of seeing them as a potential through which I can connect and learn more about myself. And so this book depicts that journey through poetry. And each poem was written in that truth. In the moment that the poems came to me, they hold that truth. And yes, it is my truth, but with, and in, sorry, so many things I want to say right now. And yes, it is my truth. And in those moments, these words helped me, helped heal me, helped for me to come to my conclusions and my divine truths. But then when creating the book, it was created with the intention of helping you unlock something, unlock a truth within you, release something that doesn't serve you, and come to your truth within you of what is truly within you, and to release what is not you and what is really not serving, what is not serving you. And I got beautiful feedback from my cousin, because the book is called Yes, I Saw You in the Sunset, and there is a beautiful sun and so much light and color in it. And that is the journey it takes you on. But the beginning is more dark and more heavy, because the beginning section is called Thinking. And then it goes to feeling, and then healing and loving. But the beginning is dark. It does touch dark thoughts, and it does touch on dark feelings. But I feel like they are so so human. And with my book, I want to touch on the fact that these thoughts, these feelings, they are so human within us, and to not make them so taboo, to speak more about them, to make everyone feel like they are not alone in those thoughts and in those feelings, but knowing that we do not have to stay stuck in those feelings, that we can uncover the truth of the potential that lies within us, that we can become one with our thoughts and allow our thoughts to serve us, that we can uncover the divine love within us. And that is the journey that I want to take you on. But I did have a fear, and I spoke about this one time on my TikTok and on my Instagram in a shorter video, where I genuinely feared that people would judge the book as only dark and not be able to get through into the light part. And I was met with that greatest fear, but I was met with that greatest fear, but it came with such beauty, because my cousin, I had gifted him the book for his birthday, and he said he was reading it, that he hadn't gotten through the whole book yet. He was in the beginning, and he was like, "Oh, it's kind of dark." And I was like, "Yeah, it is." I'm sorry for I'm laughing, but it was not funny then. It was very serious. I'm laughing now because I know that that was such an important moment for me, because I was met with my greatest fear, a greatest fear that turned out to be so beautiful and not even something I had to fear, because in that moment he told me that by reading those dark parts, he thinks that we are soulmates, because he found so much of himself in that book. And the beautiful part is he didn't even get to the light, the truth within him, that is this potential of love, that is this potential of light. And that is the beautiful journey, that if you find pieces of yourself in the beginning, the darkness of the thinking, the feeling, then you also find pieces of yourself in the light and the beauty. And that is the remembrance that I want to activate within you, that you are the one you are looking for, because that truth lies within you. It is about uncovering yourself to be this being of divine love. That is the potential within you. And all of these thoughts and all of these feelings that are not truly you just need to be released, uncovered, for you to bloom in the potential of your love. And yes, I feel like I said a lot, but I think I'm right on track. Um, and so that is truly what I mean when I say that you are the one you are looking for, that all of these potentials lie within you, but sometimes we ourselves cannot see it. And having a mirror to reflect that back to us is so beautiful and also important in moments where we aren't able to get to that truth ourselves. And so I want my book to be that mirror for you to, yes, mirror those dark parts that are so human, but lead them towards your divine truth, the divine truth of your love, of the potential of love, and what a life in such a love can look like, and what a love in alchemizing that darkness into beauty. And as the artist of your life, you hold that power. Let me remind you that you hold that power to alchemize all darkness and pain into beauty and into light and into love, and crafting and creating in that place of beauty, not in that place of darkness and in that place of pain. And now I want to really say the most, like, something that I hold so dearly to my heart, and it is such a beautiful story. And I do share a lot of my poetry on my channel from my books, but I would really love if you checked out my book, because the book was written in a way to be read from beginning to end, because it takes you on that journey. And in the book you also get to explore why it's called I Saw You in the Sunset through the poetry. However, I will read the about the book, because it holds so much truth, and it is honestly a story that I have shared, and I love sharing this story. And I wanted to inspire and activate you, that you were always being led by something greater, your higher self, by God. You were always being led to truly uncover that the potential within you, and to see that you are the one you were looking for, that it isn't about these external things, but uncovering and unlocking that within you. And so this is the about the book that I will read. And I really love this story, and I hope you love it as well. So let me read it. I Saw You in the Sunset was inspired by the last poem in the collection. And check out the book to read what the last poem is. I remember sitting in my backyard watching the sunset and telling myself that I would give that poem to the person I loved. On August 19th, 2023, a day I will always remember, I was sitting in my room, and that's when I knew I wanted to write a book. I was thinking of what it could be titled, and I randomly remembered the poem and the intention it was written with, and it hit me. I would gift that poem to myself. I would gift myself that poem because I could finally speak out loud that I loved myself. Tears filled my eyes as I felt myself to be love, a feeling I was separated from for so long. I knew I had to look at when I wrote that poem, and it was written on August 19th, 2022, exactly a year before. I like to think that was my future self knowing that I would come to a place of love before I consciously did. And I don't believe in coincidences, and so the fact that the dates, or the exact date that I had written that poem, and then a year later I had the realization that I am love, that I can give the poem to myself, that I am the one that I have been searching for so long, that love lies within me, and I fill myself with from the inside. For it all to happen so magically a year later, and then having the thoughts of this poem like that, it came to me like that is not a coincidence. That is something higher, divinely guiding me, and guiding you even to listen to this video and to activate this truth within you, that you are the one you are looking for. So lead with that, and allow yourself to uncover the divine truths within you, the truths of your potential, the truths that you can truly love yourself. And it begins with that, in uncovering yourself to be loved, to create love, and knowing you can alchemize all pain and darkness into love, and knowing you are also not alone in that pain and that darkness, but you are also not alone in that love, that love is truly a place that we all have access to, all of us. And that is what I want to activate and remind you of today with this video. And so, I hope that truly inspires you and reminds you of the love that is within you, that you are the one you are looking for, and you lead with that, you create with that today, and to truly go on that journey and learn more about yourself and release what doesn't serve you, uncover more truths about yourself. Check out my book, I Saw You in the Sunset. Yes, it is my journey, but written. What am I trying to say? Yes, it is my journey, but my journey with which I want to inspire you to uncover your truths, to release what doesn't serve you, to rewire your brain, to tap into your feelings and allow them to not rule you, but for you to be in that power, and for you to see the love within you, for you to see yourself in the sunset, for you to also look out and look at the beauty of nature and see yourself reflected back. See that mirror of love also. So you can find the link to my book, I Saw You in the Sunset, down below. And you can also find access to all of the other offerings and creations that I have down below. And I'm truly wishing you a beautiful and lovely day today. And honestly, today, like, something I want to say is just like, remember to go outside and watch the sunset. Yes, watching the sunset is also so healing for your body and also for your eyes. I read somewhere that like looking out is really good to like look out at something wide. So it's good for your eyes, since a lot of us are, on a screen, you're watching this on a screen. So allowing your eyes to rest by looking at the sunset is very good. And so not only is it good for your body, but also allow yourself to get connected with that nature and see yourself reflected. I'm sorry. That made me laugh. Reflected in the beauty of nature. Allow yourself to see yourself in the sunset, to see yourself in the light that is reflected back to you, and uncover that love and that light within you. Remember that you are love, and have a beautiful day today.